they're doing. Now I look at more about how the guys are doing.
Aren't you lucky that you did baseball when you did? And because now we were just chatting about this off the air, how baseball has changed now. You used to be able to bring your clubs on the road, coaches play, managers play, because they had all day. They showed at the ballpark late in the afternoon. Now there's early batting practice and meetings, and I mean,
they go out there at 1 o'clock for the 8 o'clock game, 7 o'clock game, but they don't do it like they used to. But I don't know whether that's good or bad, but we had a good time with the golf. We did.
It's become more of a science now with the video and all the charts and the statistics they go over. And the game's become a lot more involved.
And it gets down to one thing: you got to hit the ball and you got to catch it. Yeah. It's pretty simple.
That's never going to change. So Tigers are in first place still, even though a rough road trip. What do you see in this team?
Well, I see a team that's sort of up and down, and people don't seem to have a lot of confidence in the Tigers. I do. I think they've got a good team. I like Jim Leland a lot. I think he's a solid manager, and I think he'll do the best that anybody could ever do, managing. But you wonder about young pitchers, you wonder about the bullpen, and the inconsistency of the hitting has come to force now. We don't know what's going to happen with that. They seem to get 10 runs one game and then don't score for the next 3 days.
It's pretty amazing.
But it's a good team, and the main thing is they're in first place.
Yeah. Rick Porcello, this youngster, he's had a couple of rough outings. People are starting to wonder now. Is he hitting the wall? You've seen young pitchers throughout your life in baseball. Yeah. What happens at some point?
Well, you never know. I think they start and they have a real surge, and then they wake up and say, "Wow, look where I am." It's like playing golf. You have 3 or 4 good holes, and you say, "I'm not supposed to do this.
I just made 4 straight pars."
Then it catches up with you.
Is it physical or is it mental?
I think it's mental mostly.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of pressure on a guy in the big leagues now more than ever, because you've got so much attention to the stats and day by day. And in the old days, people would read about a ball game the next day in the paper, and that was it. Now everything they do is instantaneous, and it's around the world. And there's tremendous pressure on these kids, and I think, considering how much pressure they have, that they react very favorably to it.
We've got 3 All-Stars: Verlander, Edwin Jackson, and Curtis Granderson.
That's pretty good, I'd say. Yeah.
I love Granderson.
Oh, I do too. He hits the ball long ways. He's got a great attitude. He's got speed. He's a wonderful defensive player, and I think he's here to stay for a long time. I just hope he stays in Detroit and makes a career of it, because it would open up so many opportunities for him.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that's changed. Sure. Another thing that's changed about baseball, though, with the advent of the big money contracts, there's nothing. God doesn't have to worry about his job after baseball.
Yeah, that's right.
Or in the off season.
Right. He's got enough money. He can live wherever he wants to in the world and not worry about it. It's a good point.
But I hope he stays too. It'd be great to have the centerpiece of the team for a long time to come. Well, we'll see if the Tigers get Carlos Guillen back in the second half. And back. It's a great thing about baseball. It's a long season.
A lot of stories on those teams, isn't it?
You betcha.
What Maggio's going to do. And,
what do you make of that?
I don't know. It's strange to me that such a great hitter has fallen so quickly, but he seems to be coming back a little bit. So that's just one of the many mysteries we've got to follow in the second half.
Yeah, and everybody always looks at the reason, and sometimes it's just, it's one of those years.
Not doing it.
It happens. Ernie, so good to see you.
Great to see you, Steve.
Walk all over Traverse City. I know you will. You're gonna love it downtown. You got here yesterday, and
fantastic. They're doing a great job here. Mr. Buckley gave me a pie, so I got a cherry pie now to take.
That way, good deal.
Yeah.
He'll be on the show with us later. Great to see you, Ernie.
All right, thank you.
Ernie Harwell here from Blue Cross Blue Shield. Miss Lou is here, and we're really